If you want to effectively manage your students as well as interact with them, you need to use a learning management system, LMS. There are paid LMS, there are also free and open source LMS. Moodle you may have heard of, so this is a free and open source LMS. In this video, we are going to introduce a new LMS called BodhiTree. Why BodhiTree? Well, for one, we built it at IIT Bombay over the last 7 years and refined it with lot of feedback from the field. Importantly, back in 2012-13, we wanted to run flipped classes and we could not find any platform that supported flipped classes well, including Moodle, because interactive videos were a very important component. Not just that, we also wanted auto-graded quizzes and lab exercises, none of which many of the free open source platforms then did not support. So we decided to build one ourselves. We also had a very specific vision. So let me start out with that so that you will better appreciate what this platform is. If you see the evolution of content around 2 BC, books came into existence and nothing much has changed till 2000, where you have books in the form of PDFs which you could access on some electronic devices. What we felt is now is the time for what we call as interactive multimedia books, where you are replacing a textbook with a multimedia book, where much like in a textbook where you have chapters sections, these multimedia books also have chapter sections, but the content within a section is interactive videos, practice problems that can be auto-graded, reference materials, animations, virtual lab exercises, and so on. So the main thing here is interactivity, feedback to students, auto-grading, as well as human assisted grading, because subjective answers cannot be auto-graded, and the ability to access these multimedia books via smartphones and browser. So we wanted whatever is happening in a classroom to be mimicked by this multimedia book. Given that these multimedia books are a lot more richer than textbooks, how does one host them and how does one use them? That is what brought us to BodhiTree. So BodhiTree is essentially a publisher of such multimedia books as well as a learning management system which uses these books to run flipped classes. So as a publisher, it hosts these multimedia books which can be accessed by students, much like MOOCs like Coursera or edX or even Swayam. But unlike these MOOCs, it is also a learning management system which can empower instructors. So these instructors can create such books themselves, or they can pull material from other multimedia books which were created by others and assemble a course specific book. And once you have a course specific book where, for example, you decided chapter 1 is coming from this multimedia book 1, chapter 2 is coming from another multimedia book 2, chapter 3 I will assemble it on my own where I will include my own videos. You could do something like this. And now this book I will use in interacting with my students. So that is where LMS comes into play. So as part of LMS, you can enroll students, you can tell them what to watch, you can interact with students via discussion forums as well as emails. You can conduct labs and quizzes. You can monitor their progress. Often classes have midsem final exams that are conducted physically. So whatever grading happens there, what marks students have got, you can share with the students while maintaining privacy, where only the student can see only their marks and not other marks. So all this we support as part of BodhiTree. You may have heard of other platforms, MOOCs like Coursera, edX, Swayam, NPTEL. How does BodhiTree differ from that? It's basically a philosophical difference where we view ourselves as a publisher of these multimedia books, which instructors use in conducting classes. That is where LMS comes into play. That way we relate ourselves more with Moodle than MOOC. And this is our main philosophy, that it is an aid to teacher and not a replacement of teachers. MOOCs are more a replacement of a teacher, which we don't like. I think teachers play a very important role in students' life. So we want to empower teachers. So BodhiTree is an aid to teachers. And it has a lot of features which we have seen earlier. And it is a one-stop solution. Otherwise, you have to go with multiple products. In the past, people were using YouTube for uploading content. They use another platform called Piazza for discussion forum. They use emails for other type of interactions with students. So we combined all this into one platform. So that way you don't have to go around investing in multiple platforms and learning each of them. So as part of BodhiTree, there are many things to learn. We don't have time for all of this. So we will just focus on the first bullet. How do you assemble a multimedia book? This is relevant for this workshop also, because you have all created videos. So you should be raring to put together, organize all this material in the form of a book. So we will see how to do this. I will share some videos. These are optional for you to watch, as well as a user guide which you can go through to understand more about BodhiTree. So here is the BodhiTree user manual which you can refer to. A demo is worth 1,000 words. So let's go ahead and see a demo of BodhiTree specifically on how to assemble a multimedia book.